All right, I have returned. It is New Year's. Happy 2019. If you are still here after yesterday's 40-hour video that I posted, thank you for sticking with it. Today I have another list, and I would like to call this video 2019 Uke-olutions. 2019 Uke-olutions. That makes more sense because I'm trying to combine ukulele and resolutions. It's kind of like cremains, right? Cremation remains. Uke-olutions. So these are the things that I would like to do in the coming year with not just ukulele, we'll say, but with this channel. I believe I have 9. I have 9 things. Maybe by the time I'm finished reading, there will be 10. I bet there will be. So, number 1 on the Uke-olutions, I'm gonna say Uke-olutions every time. Uke-olutions! Number 1 Uke-olution is more consistency. I have really struggled with this the last, we'll say, 4 or 5 months because of health reasons and distractions with my career and distractions. Distractions are even worse than distractions. So I'm going to be working on posting more regularly, even if that's just once a week. I'm going to be working on that. Number 2, more collabs. I want to do some more collaborations. So I'm going to be on the hunt for people in my real life to be doing some stuff with. So if you know me in real life, get ready for me to proposition you. Number 3, more originals. You'll notice there's a lot of more happening in this 2019, meaning I've done these things, but I just want to do more of them. Plus, it's important with resolutions and Uke-olutions to not set yourself up for failure by putting hard numbers on things. If you can say more and you do more, you've succeeded. All right, so more originals. You guys, I've written a lot of songs. I'm just terribly lazy and self-conscious about putting these things online. I never think things are where they need to be. I'm always questioning whether I should change this lyric or that chord or this ending or this transition. So I'm hoping that I put some more originals up this year. That's my goal. Number 4, I need to learn how to fingerpick. If you've noticed, I don't really know how to play the ukulele, you guys. I know how to beat it to death. Because in essence, I'm a percussionist, but I don't do a lot with this hand other than this. It's been 2 years now almost, and I will have not learned a darn thing about how to actually fingerpick. So that's definitely a Uke-olution. Number 5. This one comes from you guys. More tutorials and more requests. I have so many requests for tutorials, and I have so many requests for requests. Like, can you sing this song? Could you possibly? I would really like it if you would. I want to fill all of those. The problem is there's only so much time in the day, and I have songs that I want to sing too, and I have songs that are appropriate to the time and the season and things that are going on in my life, but I'm going to make a concerted effort to actually get requests and tutorials done this year. Number 6, more chords. That's the other thing you guys ask about all the time. What are the chords? What are the chords? So I do have a section on my website, destinygmusic.com, and then hit the little music button. There is an area for chords. Currently, I have one. I have one set of chords for the song from Kidding, You Can Feel Anything at All. I'm hoping that by the time I post this, I'm going to immediately start keeping up with that Uke-olution by having not 1, but 2 more sets of chords of the most requested. We'll say I'm going to go hunt through all of my videos and see which one had the most requests for chords and put those up on the website. So hold me to that. Number 7. I've never done like a frequently asked questions or like an AMA. I put that on there as a goal, mostly because I'm horrified someone's going to ask me something that I don't want to answer, but the ask me anything means you can ask me anything, and then I have to answer it. I don't like that. But maybe I'll do it. I don't know. We'll see. Number 8. This has been on here for a while, and it really just requires me to drive down to the stupid post office, is I want to get a P.O. box, because people have said they want to send me things, you know, like the mug that I had in the last video. I mean, I gave that guy my actual address. What was I thinking? I mean, I don't expect that he would come all the way from Japan and like, I don't know, give me more mugs in person, but it's probably not the safest idea to just give out my address to complete strangers. So I need to get a P.O. box so that if you wanted to, like, you know, send me cat mugs and drawer rings, you could do that safely. What else do I have? Number 9. A Patreon. Now, I have a lot of thoughts on Patreon, and I really would love to do one, and I've got a lot of ideas for it, but I don't really think there's a purpose in it necessarily until I have a little bit more of a milestone on YouTube. So I think my plan is to get that going when I hit the 1,000 subscribers mark on YouTube. You could help that by hitting the subscribe button. And then I'll get a Patreon going where I have some specialty videos and some perks and things for people that want to support the music that I'm making. And that was number 9. I really thought I would have thought of 10 by the time I got to the end of that list, but I guess not. But I also thought I would end with just a quick rundown of some non-ukulele related Uke-olutions, meaning so they wouldn't be Uke-olutions at all, they would just be resolutions. So these are some personal resolutions, starting with number 1, piano covers. I completely redid the room behind this door so that I could do piano covers. Have I done one? Absolutely not. And I'm not going to be living here for much longer, so I need to start doing that and taking advantage of the room that I designed specifically to do piano covers. Speaking of which, number 2, my living situation is going to be changing very soon. Can't keep living in this place. It's too much money. Not the actual place itself, but we have an air conditioning issue in this building where, guys, I pay like almost $600 a month for air conditioning in the summer. Now, yes, Florida's hot, but I've also lived in apartments where I'm not paying $600 a month for air conditioning that doesn't even really work that well to begin with. So, that's gotta come soon. Number 3, a non-music venture to be announced. I'm working on a side hustle, side business, small business situation that hopefully I will be able to announce in like the next month or so, but I'm still getting all of the pieces together to make it happen. So look forward to an announcement of that in the future. Number 4, career moves. I am trying to decide what's going on with this teaching thing. I love teaching and I want to stick with it for at least a little while longer. I want to make sure though that I'm in the right place. So I'm trying to take a look at the grade levels that I'm teaching, grade levels I could be teaching, and some of the prospects that are involved in making a shift in grade levels. That's something that is going to probably take me the next 6 months to decide, and I have all of that time to decide it. So that's a really, really, really big resolution coming up in my future. Number 5, personal life. I have a personal life? No, I don't, and that's why it's on the list, because I don't have one. I don't get a lot of time to spend with friends, and you guys, in 2018, I went on, count 'em, 4 dates. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is 4 dates more than I went on the previous year and the year before that. I mean, it's an improvement, but by all accounts, it's not that great. And I would say the amount of times I hung out with my friends is somewhere in that ballpark as well. So I really want to find some balance in my life and start carving out more time for family and friends, making personal relationships with people, because it is critical. And I've seen what happens to me personally when I let my work and music take such a hold of me that everything else goes out the window. Not gonna happen in 2019. Number 6, be on stage. So recently I had this wonderful performance at Palms Presbyterian, and there was this moment when I was performing. It was like an epiphany. I just felt so in the moment, and I felt so comfortable, and I felt so alive. And I know that that's a lot of adrenaline, a lot of relief as you're getting through something that you've been preparing for a long time. But I really came to a decision at that moment that I need to be doing this more. I need to be on stage more instead of in front of the camera. Not that I'm gonna stop making videos, but I need to start seeking out more opportunities where I can be on stage performing live in front of people, because there is a certain feeling that you get that you don't get from posting videos to YouTube. And I don't know what that means. Does that mean that I'm busking? Does that mean I'm seeking out musical theater options? Does that mean I'm looking to start a band? I don't know what it means right now. But it's number 6 on my list, which means it's probably gonna get done. I just heard a ding. There is nothing in this place that would ding that isn't right here or right here. Where did the ding come from? Number 7, domestic travel. I did a lot of international travel last year and the year before that. I was in China the year before that. Who knows? I could do some international travel this summer, but the last one pretty much broke me health-wise and financially. So I'm looking for some domestic travel opportunities. I haven't done a ton of domestic travel for fun. I do a lot of domestic travel for work, for family. Not that family isn't fun, but I don't think I've ever taken a vacation in the United States on my own ever. So maybe this summer is the summer that I look for opportunities to go somewhere new here, stateside. And number 8 is repurge. I am a minimalist, but the problem is I'm also a collector, and I know those things don't really go together, but they do. In my world, they go together. I like to collect things, small things, but I don't like having things. So it's a problem. Stuff really, weighs me down, and I have way too much stuff right now. My bedroom is bedlam. I hate it, and I need to purge. That doesn't mean that you can't send me things in my P.O. box, because if there's one thing I love to collect, it's trinkets and gifts from people. Yeah, so there's my Uke-olutions and my resolutions. What are some of your resolutions? Leave them in the comments. Just something to keep in mind though. I am huge on resolutions constantly throughout the year. I mean, I'm making a video about it now, but if you know me personally, lists and goals are something that take up about 50% of my life. I am constantly reevaluating. I'm starting new ventures in the middle of weeks, in the middle of a day, in the middle of the year. It is never too late to start something new. If you fall off the wagon with something that you're doing for the new year tomorrow, it doesn't mean that you can't get back on that wagon on Saturday. It doesn't mean you can't get back on that wagon in February or any time down the road. I used to be a very black and white thinker. I used to think that once I fell off of a streak or something that I was doing for a long time, then I was done and I couldn't keep going. But I've learned in the last couple of years that's a really terrible way to live your life and a very narrow way to live your life. So my advice is to do whatever you need to do to make each day as best as possible. If that means you're doing the things that are on your list, fantastic. If it means you take a couple off the list so that you can do them tomorrow so that you can breathe and have a Netflix binge today, by all means, binge the Netflix. You have no idea how many episodes of The Strain I have watched on this Christmas break. I'm obsessed with The Strain. And it's not the first time I've watched it. I watched season 1 twice. I make room in my life for things that don't really make sense in the long run because I need them in some capacity. For some reason, The Strain makes sense to me right now. It's what I need. It's what I need. I need weird, pale, veiny creatures with things that shoot out of their throats. That's what I need. But I also need these Uke-olutions. I need Uke-olutions, I need resolutions, and I'll get there. You'll get there. We'll all get there, and we'll get there together. So until then, please give this a like, give me a subscribe, hit that ding-a-ling bell so you can get more notifications, and until the next one, have a great 2019. Happy Tuesday.
It's time for outros and thank yous for watching. Now please like and subscribe. Please validate